is waiting. I'm going to wait for some more people to get in the chat before I start telling my story. And also, uh, for those of you that are watching after the live stream, that are watching the recorded video, I'm going to put some timestamps on this in the description at the very least. And I want to put some chapters in here so you'll be able to more, jump to the parts that where I'm telling the story, so you won't have to find it. So right now, I'm just going to wait for some more people to get up in the chat because I don't want to have to repeat myself. Somebody's in here, and it might be one of my best friends that I told about this, and he is a witness to this shit. So I'm gonna tell the story. Then I'm gonna have some Q&A at the end. Y'all can ask me some questions, and I'll go more into that in a minute. And I have my drink here. I always have my mics hard. So, well, not always, but that's my favorite. Feel free to chat. Let me pull up the chat, actually. There it is. Sorry, I'm running about 5 minutes late. I was in the shower. Whew. Long day. I debated on whether to tell this story or not, but I said, it'll be good for my channel, I think. And I think it's something fun to talk about. It's neither here nor there for me at this point. Brooklyn, welcome in. I remember you saying you were going to come in earlier. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody that's coming into the chat. None of this is made up. I ain't no Chantal. If I tell a story, this is all facts. These are all things that happen. Nicole Dasani, thank you for coming in. By the way, everybody, one of my best friends is a music artist, Nicole Dasani. She is in the chat right now, her and her boyfriend. So y'all check her out when you get a chance. Hot new music, great music, and she's really a talented artist and a great person. I've known the both of them for a very long time, since I was 18. That's 20 years now, over 20 years. So yeah, thank y'all for coming by the way. Listen, they were front row seat to this shit. Nicole and her boyfriend had a front row seat to this bullshit that you're about to hear. So I know woo, I put them through hell talking about this girl. So there are 6 people in the chat now. Like I said, I'm just going to wait. Y'all can, again, if you're watching the pre-recorded, you can skip ahead to the minute mark in the description. That's when the story starts. And I just want to say, I am not taking applications for new sugar babies. That part of my life is done. I don't like to say anything is set in stone, but for real, that part of my life is done. Let me check my brightness here. I'm so sorry. I should have had this done. I appreciate y'all's support, Nicole. Because Brooklyn, I know that when people see this title, they're going to be in my comments. They're going to be in my DMs. They're going to be asking me, you looking for a new sugar baby? No, I am not looking for a sugar baby at this time. So I just thought I'd put that out there, because I don't want to disappoint anybody. Nicole said, I'm glad that chapter is over too. Nicole, feel free to tell them in the chat how I used to drive y'all crazy talking about this girl. And we're going to give her an imaginary name. And this is not her name. We're going to call her Leah. Tell them how I used to drive you guys crazy about talking about Leah. Oh, look at that. They said they're always here for me. I have known Nicole's boyfriend since I was 18 years old, y'all, and I'm 39 years old. That's one of my best friends. And Nicole, I've known her since almost as long. Hell, because they've been together forever. Brooklyn, you can jump ahead because I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in the chat. It started, you said, did it start off as a sugar baby or as a relationship? No, this started off as a strictly sugar baby thing. Hi, Danzig. Thank you for coming, Danzig. All my girl world people are here. I know this video is going to get some views from people outside of the girl world. Y'all, I be trying to tell my friends about the girl world, and they be like, what the hell is she talking about? I'm obsessed with it. Look what Nicole said. See, y'all, she talked about that girl every day, 24 hours a day. I was obsessed with her. Thank you, Danzig. I just got in the shower, so I'm fresh-faced. I talked about that girl 24/7, and really a lot of it was codependency. Yes, I caught feelings for the sugar baby. Feel free to roast me in the chat. I was a total simp for this girl. I was a total simp for this girl, y'all. It's embarrassing. That's why, but you know what? Okay, that's why I hesitated to tell the story. But then I said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and tell it. Danzig, you catch feelings for anyone who is nice to you? Child, I'm telling you. No, Brooklyn, look, y'all, feel free to ask Q&A. Now, when I'm telling the story, I'm not really going to be paying attention to the chat simply because I don't want to get off track, and lose track of where I am. So then I'll say, let me wipe this off. I'll say we'll do some Q&A at the end, but you can ask some questions. I had to look it up because I have some pictures we took. This was in 2018, approximately. It was a year. Maybe we met in late 2017, early 2018 or so. Yeah. And that would have made me about 35, I think. And she was 21. I was 35 or 36, something like about 35, and she was 21. So about a 15-year age difference. I've always had age difference relationships. I'm not going to wait too long. In a minute, I am going to start because I don't want y'all just sitting here, Yes, Danzig, I don't look over 35. Ew. The other day, Jessica Messica said she thought I was younger than her, and she's 32. So I really appreciate that. That gives me, good feelings. Nicole, I was trying to recall all the details of that story because a lot of it I have forgotten. I really have. I think part of me tries to block out bad experiences because it's like a coping mechanism from trauma, and I'll forget a lot of stuff that happened. I'll forget. I had to recall a lot just now. I look 30 max, Danzig says. Brooklyn said I would guess 32, 34. Yes, ma'am, y'all, I live. Thank you. Give me my life. Listen, I accept all compliments. I love compliments. Thank you so much. Glowy skin. Okay, before I came out here, when I was in the shower, I was using this mask. It's green. Nicole, you know that green mask by Queen Helene. It's like a mint julep face mask. So I want him to be very clear skinned. Brooklyn, you need a sugar daddy that wants no physical contact. It's out there. You don't think your boyfriend would mind? Hey, they're out there. AJ, hey AJ, what's up? Thanks for coming in. How do you think the codependency happened so quick? You said it was a year, right? Because I'm a codependent. And I'll go into that, but basically I learned through professional counseling that I am codependent. And so that's something that I have greatly overcome, but I'm still working on. Stuff like that is always a work in progress. Thank you, Danzig. My teeth are white only because you're far back. I really need some treatment at the dentist. I want some veneers, y'all. Some Whitney Houston veneers. My teeth used to look better than this. But thank you. I appreciate that. Nicole being messy as fuck. Nicole talking about I try to help out with the story. I should remember. it. You shoved it down my throat. For y'all just coming in, Nicole DeSanti in the chat, like I said, one of my best friends, her boyfriend, and a music artist. Her music is on all major platforms. I'm gonna try to put a link for the music in her page in the description. Check her out. But I talked about this girl 24 fucking 7 with Nicole DeSanti. So she's here to back me up. You trying to see the whole fit? Actually, this is my bathrobe. So I don't have on anything but a bathrobe and some shorts. It's polo, because I'm obsessed with polo. I don't know if you can see the pony. And I have my initials here. I don't mind about doxing, by the way, for myself. So I don't mind if you see my initials, because I've said my name on my channel on YouTube before, simply because when I got on here in 2007, YouTube was a whole different place. You know it, Nicole DeSanti. I always like my polo. That's my favorite. A sexy button up. I was looking for a collared shirt to wear, like a polo, but and I don't have anything on under here. So it's just my robe and some shorts. Because I just got out the tub. I wanted to be comfortable. Nicole telling all my tea. She says, surprised she has anything on. Yes, because I usually go commando around the house. I like to be naked. I've said that on my channel. Hugh Hefner. I was trying to be sexy too, because this is a sugar daddy story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like to walk around naked. I'm a little bit of an exhibitionist. And it's just comfortable, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get into this story. It's 10 people in here. I appreciate y'all coming. It's giving pimp. Thank you, Brooklyn. Let me see if I missed any... anything. Well, I love y'all too. I want to thank everybody for coming. Let me start by saying one more time, this is where the story will start. I am going to try not to, listen, everything I'm saying is facts. I don't remember everything because this was a while back. Okay. This was like around 2018, but I'm going to try to remember as much as I can. I'm going to try to be as open as possible within reason. I am not going to be mentioning anything that would reveal this person's identity, because I don't want that to happen. Y'all know how they be doing. I don't mind my shit being out there too much, but I don't want her information to be out there and stuff, because she's not on here and she didn't give permission for that. So anyway, some things I may not remember. My best friend is in here, one of my best friends, Nicole DeSanti. So they will be giving some tea in the chat. Watch the chat. I will look at the chat, but I'm not going to be paying too. I'm going to try to ignore it when I begin, because I don't want to get distracted and get off track, because my mind moves quickly, and I will. Danzig, you just asked in the chat, I am not rich. Oh, that's another thing. I will not be saying anything about my financial situation during this. I know this is a sugar baby tale. Anything about my financial situation, my living situation. Nicole DeSanti, please do not tell anything about that, because they know all my business. No, y'all can talk in the chat and say things during story time. I don't care. I'm just going to glance every now and then, but I get distracted real easily, so I don't want to get distracted. I am far from rich, but at the time I had a lot of disposable income. So, okay. Thank you, Nicole. So this person, and I want to say again, I am not looking for a sugar baby again. Please do not message me looking to be a sugar baby. Let's begin. I'm going to refer to this girl as Leah. That is not her real name. So one night, around this time in 2018, I was pretty lonely. Okay. Like I said, I am in an open relationship, and I was in an open relationship at that time with a man. I am bisexual. And he is away for business a lot. And by the way, I am drinking. I've had 2 shots and 1 mic already. This is my second mic. So I'm hoping that my mouth remains, cute and I don't say anything crazy, because sometimes when I drink, I can be a little loose. Haley Pepper, by the way, hello to everybody coming in. I might not be able to see you come in. Anyway, I got lonely and I got on Tinder. Y'all know the little dating app. Everybody knows that shit. Swipe left, swipe right, whatever. And I said, well, I want to find somebody to date. I legit was not looking for sex. I was looking for like a date or some companionship. So I got on there on the women's side because I wanted a woman. Because I get in my moods, where I want to date a woman or man, whatever. And I come across this girl, and at first I wasn't really attracted to her like that. I mean, she wasn't ugly or nothing now, but she didn't catch my attention right away. I looked at her pictures, read her profile. She had a little blurb, nothing in there about being a sugar baby at all. Here comes my cat being nosy. There was nothing in there about being a sugar baby. So it just had like a little blurb. I don't remember what it has, but she didn't say that. So I liked her pictures. I swiped whichever way you swipe. And hello, IDK. And so anyway, I liked her pictures and she matched and she liked me back. So I was excited. I was like, okay, cool. So we started talking, and off rip, she was very upfront, which I appreciate. She said, I'm looking for a situation. And obviously, when I say these things, I'm not remembering them verbatim, but she's looking for a situation, she's looking for basically a sugar daddy. I know I'm a sugar mama, but I prefer to say sugar daddy, so just, roll with me. So she's looking for a sugar daddy. Now, I had never considered this before in my life. I read her message. I was like, I had been having trouble finding someone to date. If I did go out with a person, it was bullshit or they were too busy. And, I thought about it for a while, like that night. And I said, well, that might be something interesting to try, because I thought, here it is, a service that someone is providing, and you can it's basically like a product. Okay, like if you need I don't know, your walls painted, okay, you can call up a painter and they'll come paint your walls. That's how I look at it. I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not judgmental like that. As long as you're upfront about it and be honest about boundaries and shit like that. I was like, okay, cool, So I thought about it, and I was like, damn, I was sick of finding someone to date. And it seems like it's so much easier, even now, to find sex than it is to find someone that just wants to spend time and have companionship. Yes, Danzig, transparency. And I felt as though this might be something I'll try. So I said, okay, cool. What are what do you want? So we discussed some of the details and stuff. What wings, Nicole? What wings? You said tell them about the wings. I don't remember anything about wings. So we got on the phone and we discussed some details. And I said, okay, well, let's meet up and we can talk in person. Let's go eat. So I said, let's meet. At the time, she lived north of me. And so I said, well, what's near you? And she said, well, let's meet at the Whole Foods. And so we met right there at Whole Foods at the Avalon. And that's a place in Alpharetta, but that's unimportant. Just giving you a little, so you have a little. This is going to be an intricate story time. Okay. This is not going to be a glossy story time. So, oh no, Nicole Dasani, don't tell them about that. I say that for another, honey, I need content for my channel. We'll save that for another time, not now. This is about Leah. So, we met at Whole Foods. And they have a hot bar if you don't know, and you can get like different stuff. This was just a casual meetup. This wasn't like an official date, just to discuss parameters and stuff. So I went up there and met her, and I saw her pictures, y'all. When I got there to see this girl was beautiful. I mean, she was so pretty. Her skin was like almond, and she had like a very clear, beautiful complexion, and she looked mixed, and I have a weakness for mixed women. Now, technically, we're all mixed, right? But I mean, when one parent is one ethnicity, one parent the other. I mean, an immediate mix. She is white and black, and her skin is just beautiful and clear. And keep in mind, she's 21 years old, so her body was so hot. She had nice breasts. I'm a breast person, and everything looked right. And so I like all women, all different kind of ethnicities of women. Not all, but all different kind of ethnicities of women, all different colors and shit. And yeah, her body was like a meal. It was beautiful. She had a beautiful, tight body. And I'm sorry, I'm getting flashbacks. Anyway, but I have a particular weakness for mixed girls. I don't know why. I cannot explain it. I always have. So anyway, we met up at this Whole Foods. We talked about what she wanted, what she was looking for, because I didn't know anything about, sugar daddy, sugar baby, whatever. And so we came to an agreement. At first, it was just pay per date. Okay, now that's how I started out. It was just pay per date, y'all. So I said, okay, cool. And, little other things like, I might bring her a gift or something every now and then. Like, that was my little inclusion, I think. And so at the end of the date, she had a little light. We just had like a little light lunch. So then I said, well, since you came out and since we're going to go through with this, let me go to the ATM and give you a little something for your time. And she was like, okay, cool. And she was like, I remember she said, can I get something for my roommate or her sister or somebody? She lived with her parents. She was a college student, by the way. Um, she said, can I get something? And she also had a little job she worked sometime that I don't want to go into too much detail about that, but you know what, just to give you some background. Can I get something for my sister at the hot bar? And I was like, sure. So she got some stuff to go for her sister. I was like, okay, I mean, I guess. And I gave her some money for the date and we went on about our business. So after that, we started going out, here and there. And everything was cool. And I enjoyed her company so much. And we also would text and talk on the phone sometimes. And I told her that was a requirement, that you got to contact me every day. I like communication, you know. Now it ain't got to be long winded, but oh yeah, Nicole DeSanti's in the chat, my friend. She was very beautiful. But you know what really attracted me to Leah? Because I've known beautiful women before. It was that she was really intelligent. I'm very attracted to someone who's smart. Like we would be talking, and I learned more about her, of course, as we went along, and we would be having conversations on these dates. She was into all different kind of topics. She could talk about anything, even though she was young. Now she didn't have a lot of life experience, of course, but like she was very smart, not just book smart, but she knew about things in the world. She spoke French, and she was a whip. Like we would talk about different topics and stuff, and she was smart as hell, y'all. And it was such a turn on. I mean, that makes me hot. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating because I like talking about different kinds of things. And so, and then pair that with the fact she was beautiful and hot body. I mean, she was like total package to me. And she was going to school to be a lawyer. And so anyway, because her mom was a lawyer too. And so anyway, we started going on these dates. Well, of course, naturally, as time moves on, you're going to get more attached to somebody. And occasionally she would call me up and ask me for advice about things, like something might happen at her job or at school, and she would ask me, what do you think I should do in this situation? And I kind of like that she, was trusting me like that, or maybe she just wanted somebody's opinion. I don't know, but I took it like that. So we would go on dates maybe twice a week, and I would pay her. And for some reason, I don't like talking about amounts, y'all, but for some reason, I cannot remember how much I paid her for each date. The first one was 60, but the other ones were way more than that. Well, not way more, but maybe they were like 100. Nicole, do you remember? Did I talk about that with you for the dates? Excuse me. But I sometimes, like when we go on dates, I would bring her flowers or bring her something I would think she would. It wasn't just like I'm paying for this date and that's it. I might bring her some flowers. I might bring her something I think she'd like a little trinket. It was 100. Thank you. $100 a date. The fact that you remember that, Nicole. Oh, Lord, y'all. Plus a gift, and I would pay for the dinner. We usually went out to dinners, and she liked to eat at nice restaurants. So we would go out. I bought her different things when we were dating, and this might jump on. This isn't like chronological necessarily what I'm saying, but I would buy her gifts. I was trying to remember some of the things that I got her. I know I got her crystals because she was into like stuff like that. So I got her some like quartz, stuff like that. So I got her that. I got her a beautiful amethyst one time that I gave her. It was, just pretty purple amethyst. It was like a medium sized one, like something you put on as a centerpiece or something. It was gorgeous. And I got her some cluster diamond earrings. I got her, I remember one time she said her Dre Beats broke. This was when like the over the head headphones were more popular. So I got her a pair of rose gold Dre Beats headphones. One time she went on a cruise. I gave her some money for that. On her birthday, I gave her more than I would usually give her. And let me tell y'all, I don't feel used. I never felt used. I never felt taken advantage of, because this is what we agreed upon in the first place. And first, it was weird. Like, it kind of gave me a good feeling to do these things for her. Yeah, Nicole DeSanti, you remember the Beats? I bought her some rose gold Beats, Dre Beats headphones. And it made me feel great to do these things for her. And she used to like to smoke weed, and I did as well. I don't really smoke anymore. I stopped like 3 months ago, but I would give her weed. Sometimes when I'd see her, maybe I'd give her half an O or something, you know what I'm saying? And just, I'd be like, smoke this with your friends. Or sometimes, like, if she, just on a whim, I'd be like, hey, I know you're at work today and you got a busy day. I just sent you $50 on your Cash App. Go buy yourself lunch or something. That was our relationship, and it made me happy. It really made me happy. AJ, after catching feelings, no, I didn't feel used, because I always understood the nature of our relationship, but I'll get into that. So we were dating. And actually, I have a funny story. One time during our arrangement, I was thinking about taking a second sugar baby, and I went out with this girl. I think I might have found her on Seeking Arrangement or something. That's a site, if you don't know about it, Seeking Arrangement, where you can find a sugar daddy. Sugar daddies or mamas can find babies. And we went out to Outback Steakhouse. I remember this. Just to discuss possible, how we might get together. And the waiter brought out our drinks, and he brought some bread, and I offered her some bread. And I remember she said something like, oh, no, I'm not going to eat that. I never eat the bread. I'm watching my figure. And I said, okay. So then the next time me and Leah went on a date, I remember we went to this French restaurant in Atlanta, in Buckhead, called Bistro Nico. This is a funny little aside. And Leah and I sat down to eat. And so the waiter brought out the bread. And she started, the waiter put the bread down. And I said, uh-oh, I know you're not going to eat that bread. You don't like that bread or something like that happened. And she gave me a funny look. And she said, what do you mean? And I was like, well, you don't ever eat the bread because you're trying to watch your figure. I had got the girls confused. And I had got the dates confused. And she said, you must be thinking about another girl because I always eat the bread. I love eating the rolls. And it clicked in my mind. In my mind, I was like, shit. I'm thinking about the other girl that I went out with. And so I started eating whatever it was, and I played it off, and I was like, so how was your day? I didn't say shit else about it, y'all. You remember that, Nicole? Oh my God. I was like, oh fuck. Because y'all, at the beginning, let me tell you, I really do believe that she started to kind of like me. The other sugar baby didn't. We went on like maybe 2 dates, and I think she kind of changed her mind about it. She seemed like she was waffling. I will post some throwback photos on myself, but I pretty much look like I did. I look the same. I weighed a little bit more. That's all. So, anywho, see, I'm trying not to get off track. I try not to look at the chat because I'll get distracted. At some point, I believe, and Nicole, you comment on this too. I believe she started to like me as more than a sugar daddy situation in the beginning. Let me tell you what happened. One day, I out in my travels, I encountered a girl. This girl was fine as hell. Okay, I like women that are really, really pretty, and I've tried to deviate off of what I like, and it never works. And I'll be like, well, I'll lower my standards a little bit. You can look a little more like whatever. Shit. Anyway, this girl, she was fucking gorgeous. She was stacked. Her body was everything. Her face was beautiful. So I tried to talk to her. And I don't know why I did this. Y'all roast me. I did the dumbest thing ever. See, Leah had told me that she was cool with me. Like, she thought I was cool and everything, but it was just business for her. It was just an arrangement. And I was like, okay, cool. So we just friends, right? So I can ask you about this girl that I tried to talk to. So I told her about the girl. I said, look, I took this girl that I saw it. I thought she was cute. What happened was one day, Leah was supposed to come over to my place, and we were supposed to just have like a chill night there. We were just gonna like cuddle and I guess watch a movie or something. I don't know. And so that same day, that afternoon, I said, hey, let me ask you a question before you get off the phone. There's this girl that I encountered last night, and she was, she caught my eye, and I took her a rose. I gave her a rose, or something happened like that. Something I did to try to get the girl's attention, and I tried to holler at the girl. And I just wanted another woman's opinion about whether I did the right thing. Immediately, she started acting funny. Okay, we had been talking for a while now, maybe like a few months by this time. And I said, do you think I did the right thing, or how can I get this? It wasn't going to be a sugar baby situation. I wasn't getting rid of Leah. I was just asking her opinion. So I asked her opinion, and she immediately started acting funny. Yeah, Nicole, I fucked up. I fucked up. She was over me. So that day she was like, I'm going to come over to your place tonight, but I'm going to hang out with some friends and watch a soccer game. But then I asked her opinion about this on the phone. Man, everything after that changed. She started acting kind of like funny. And I could tell. So the day when she answered my question, we hung up or whatever. She said, okay, I'm going to watch this soccer game with my friends. I said, okay, cool. Just let me know when you're done. You can come on over. That night, started to approach, and I called her and I said, "Hey, what's up? Are you still coming over?" And she was like, I remember she said something like, I'm just gonna stay over here and watch, the game with my friends. I think I'm just gonna stay with them. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, call me tomorrow and we'll set up something else. I'm not thinking too much of it at the time, but I kind of sense something is going on. So the next following days, about for the next 2 days, I noticed she was kind of aloof. Usually she would text me throughout the day and vice versa, or at least here and there. And she was giving me one word answers. She wasn't really calling me. She seemed kind of distant. So, like, maybe on the third day, I think I called her and I asked something to the effect of, what's going on? You're acting kind of funny. And I can't remember, Nicole, refresh my memory on this if you remember. I can't remember what she said exactly, but she wanted to end our arrangement, if I believe by that time. Like I said, we had been going out for a while. At least 3-4 months by this time. I'm pretty sure. And by this time, I had grown quite fond of her. I can't remember whether I was in love with her or not, but I had really grown attached to that girl. And so, by the way, I'm a totally different person now. I'm like 180-degree switch. Like, I'm nothing like I was then. Now. That's right. Thank you, Nicole. See, Nicole remembers. She said she was too busy. Her schedule was just too hectic. That's what she said, but it suspiciously came after I mentioned the girl. So I think that was an excuse, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she had a talk with me and she was like, I don't know if I want to continue this. I just need some time to think. Yeah, thank you. See, Nicole remembers. Like I said, I block out traumatic events sometimes, I think, to cope with life. And sometimes I forget details. My counselor pointed that out in counseling. She's like, do you not remember certain shit? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I have problems recalling things. I think my mind just blocks it out. Anyway, that's exactly what happened. She said she wanted to take a break. And as I recall, she said she needed some time to think whether she wanted to continue our relationship. So I said, okay, I'll give you some time. So I gave her about 2 days. Because by this time, y'all, I really, really liked this girl. So I said, oh, I know. I'll send some flowers to her job. And I'm telling my friends about this. Like I told Nicole, I told one of my other friends who's a female, and I asked her opinion. She was like, don't no woman want to hear about another woman. Even if y'all are just sugaring or if you're just, she was like, why did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I felt so stupid. I feel stupid recalling it. It is something so dumb. Don't take this the wrong way, y'all, but it's something like a straight guy would do. It's just dumb. Like, I said, why did I do that? I should know better. Yeah, I was talking about it to my friend Nicole and other friends too. And everybody was like, what the fuck did you do that? And I have no idea why I did it. To this day, I can't even explain why. I do dumb shit sometimes, but I'm a different person now. That would not happen again. Anyway, so I sent these flowers. This is a cute little bouquet from 1-800-Flowers or whatever. And I had it delivered to her job. She worked at the time, she worked at a private school in Atlanta, part-time. And so they got there. She got them. And I remember she said, she got upset about it. She was like, you sent these to my job? And I said, well, do you like them? And she was like, listen, I didn't put my name or anything. I think I put like my initials and nothing that would give away any details. I just sent, some flowers. She did not like that shit. She hated it. She felt like it was an invasion of her boundaries. And she said, I feel like you're doing too much, basically. And AJ said, do you think subconsciously you wanted to make her jealous? It honestly wasn't my intention. It really wasn't. I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. I'm smiling because I feel awkward. I really do not know. Maybe. I don't know. Nicole said yes. But I really like the girl I was talking about now. Which, by the way, nothing happened with that. So whatever. I don't know. I can't answer that question, AJ. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't want to make this too drawn out, so let me keep going. So anywho, I sent the flowers to her. No, you're fine, AJ. Y'all feel free to ask questions. I sent the flowers to her job. She didn't like it. That caused a rift between us. We were always getting into it. She has a very strong personality. I have a very strong personality. I'm more dominant with women, and I don't like when please don't take this the wrong way. I don't like when I'm challenged a lot with women. Like, I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound bad. You can speak your piece. I absolutely want you to. Hey, Blanky Pondu, what's up? I absolutely want you to be an equal. I'm not saying that, of course. We both women, right? But I'm the dominant. And I want a woman who acknowledges that. And she always challenged me. And honestly, I think that was part of the thing that made me attracted to her because she was difficult. You know what I mean? And she was extremely difficult and extremely opinionated. And it was kind of hot at the time. I was kind of attracted to it. So anywho, she said, you didn't give me time. Yeah, so I like a more passive woman. I do. I really do. But it's I don't get me wrong now. Wait a minute. I like a sassy woman. I like a woman who is opinionated, smart, independent. I don't remember her zodiac sign, AJ. I'm so sorry. You want to know her zodiac? I don't remember. I want a woman who is smart, independent, outspoken. I love a sassy, strong woman, but with me, you can be like that in the world out there, but when you're with me, I want you to be a little more submissive. I mean, I just do. And every time I'm with a woman that's not, just like I'm not going to get off track, but I dated a woman not too long ago that was more dominant and just didn't work out just because we clashed. Like, you can be dominant out there. With me, leave that at the door. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, sass in the streets and meek in the sheets. That's what I mean. Exactly, Blanky. Because we're just gonna do this. Ask Nicole. My best friend is in the chat. Ask Nicole. I am very strong. What's on my sleeve? Talcum powder. I have talcum powder on a shower to shower. I am very strong. This ain't no Chantal, honey. She drug free. She trying to let her face look young forever. When you use them hard drugs, your face don't be looking young. No, ma'am, I don't do that. I drink alcohol and occasional weed. No, ma'am. So this ain't no drugs. This talcum powder. So anyway, back on track. So after I sent those flowers, it's crazy because I feel like the dynamic changed at that point. I feel like we were fine. I let her think a few more days after that, and I remember she was going out of town. And at that point, she told me, look, I just think that you need a real girlfriend. You need someone in your life that's going to be an actual companion to you. And this is just sugaring, and I think you deserve more. I remember she told me that. And I said, I was like devastated, y'all. This was over the phone. I was like, oh no. By this time I think I was falling for her. I can't remember for sure, but pretty much I was falling for this girl. She went out of town on a trip with some friends, I remember. And I said, oh God, no. So a few hours passed and my mind came up with a plan. I said, I'm going to offer her an allowance. Basically, I'm going to buy her back. This is what I was thinking at the time because I didn't want to lose her. So I called her And I said, I got to talk to you. Or I was texting her or something. And we talked about it. I said, what if you come back and you offer, I'm looking at the chat. I said, what if you come back and I offer you a weekly allowance, and instead of doing pay per date, I give you something once a week on the same day. We still go out. I pay for everything. I give you gifts, as I want to. You can ask me for things if you need something. She said, I remember her saying, I'll never forget this. She said, I don't know. I have to think about it. That's how she talked. She had that little accent, that little Hillary Banks type accent, which, by the way, is such a turn on. She said, I have to think about it. And I was like, you have to think about it? You're going to get a weekly fucking allowance and you got to fucking think about it? Like, who has to second think about it? Someone could offer me that. I ain't going to think about it. Anyway, so I said, all right, just let me know. I think I asked her why she needed time to think about it or something like that. She was like, I just want to make sure, that she always used to talk about a power dynamic. She was like, the power dynamic isn't balanced. You have more power than I do because you have the money. But I always treated this girl, I always treated her like a princess. Y'all, I don't, anybody that I'm around or I'm with, I try to have utmost respect. I ain't perfect, but I try to have the utmost respect. Nicole said she knew what I was doing. Well, I was trying to keep her around. I liked her company. I mean, I would never do no shit like this now. I ain't paying nobody for their company. I don't mind taking a girl out and paying if you're my woman. That's a totally different thing. But as far as just like some sugar baby, no. Again, I don't think it's anything wrong if you do. But anyway, she had to think about it. Well, eventually she agreed to it. I think later on that night, she told me she would do it. So I said, okay, when you get back in town, we'll plan some dates. So we did. And we started going out again. I was happy about that. And our relationship was cool. We got along. Places we went, I was trying to think of places we went out. Nicole, jump in the chat if you remember any. I slips my mind. I took her to Dave & Buster's one time, and Usher was there, not performing or anything, but I was playing some game with her. I forget the name of that game, with the hockey puck, and it'd be hovering. That's my favorite game. I can't remember. Air hockey. And Usher was on the air hockey table next to us, and I didn't even notice him because I was so busy looking at her. She was so beautiful on that date. And we ate there. We Dave & Buster's. It was 7:00 on the dot, but he was not in his drop top. He was at the air hockey table. And he looked just like a regular person. She kept saying, she was like, and I said, because I'm playing air hockey, and I look around and there's Usher, and wasn't nobody really in there. This was Dave & Buster's in Alpharetta. But I said, look, I didn't even see him because I was too busy looking at you. You look so beautiful. And mostly we went out to eat. Sometimes we would sit in the car and we would smoke weed. She would tell me different things. We would kiss. We never were intimate, by the way. I forgot to say that part. We never had sex, ever. We did stuff, but everything we did was above the waist. I'll just put it like that. It was waist and up. And I'm trying to think. So everything was cool. Everything was going along fine. And as time went on, we spent more time together. We texted, we talked. And I started to really, really fall for this girl. And eventually I fell in love with her. And she knew that. I told her. And I don't know. AJ, you just said, why did a power dynamic matter if that's what the whole setup is? If I'm paying for her time, I hold more control. I don't know, y'all. She would tell me things sometimes. Like she told me one time, I thought you would be different dealing with you because you're a woman, but you're just like a man. Because I'm a very sexual person, and she had boundaries, and I always respected them. but I would make comments. And sometimes, like back then, I drank more. Yes, AJ, she was bisexual for sure because I seen pictures of her with like dates, like women she has dated in the past on her Instagram and shit. So, um, she would say you have internalized misogyny, like you're like a misogynist, and she would accuse me of all this shit, which is so far from the truth, y'all. I better not see no expose by Repsion or somebody about me because that is so far from the truth. Like, I respect boundaries. I believe men and women are equal, and non-gender binary people. Everybody to me is just a human being that deserves respect. But she would say these things about me, and it would upset me so much. My head would turn. Y'all can ask Nicole in the chat. My head would literally spin over the machinations that this girl would take me through. But all through this, I loved her. It was just something about her, like, I don't know, was interesting. She was interesting and intriguing and difficult, but and she was hot and sexy. She just, I don't know, it was something about her. I can't even explain it. So she would say all these things about me, like, you remind me of a guy, and like, she tried to make it seem like I was Me Too movement with her. Yeah, she was kind of toxic. I'm not gonna lie. And toxic people, almost said something I can't say on YouTube. Toxic coochie it be nice sometimes, but she used to make up things about me. Like, she'd say, I felt violated because, okay, like I drank more than I should have sometimes around her because I would be excited. I don't drink like that anymore. I wasn't like an alcoholic or anything, but I'd have more than I probably should have had. And I'd be smoking weed a lot. So by the time I get to her, I'd be a little toasted. And my, like one time we went on a date and she was leaving. We went to eat at some wine tasting place. It was a wine tasting place. And she was getting in her car, and I walked her to her car, and she said something. What did she say? She said, I need to learn something. Because she was always getting in, we had a great time, by the way. It wasn't all fighting. But she would say these little things, and it would set me off, and we would kind of butt heads. She's getting in her car, and she was like, you need to learn what so-and-so is. And I remember exactly, I said, y'all don't judge me. I was very tipsy that day. I said, maybe you need to learn how to put out a little more and learn what a date is. And then she gave me like a really mean look and slammed the door on me. She almost closed my arm up in the door, and I immediately regretted it when I said it. But, she would say, and then she would say, well, I did Danzig. And then, I was crossfaded. And I would say things like, I was wrong for that. And I immediately apologized. I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I've been drinking a little more than I should have. And she was like, no, you meant exactly what you said, because your defenses were down because you were drinking. And you want me to have sex with you, and I don't want to. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. But I did mean it. That's the fucked up thing. I really did mean it. But I told her I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't judge me. I did mean it, but I should have said it. It was a terrible thing to say to somebody. It was horrible. But you would have thought this girl was in the Me Too movement the way she would talk about me. Like, I never violated her physically. There was that one time, like, I would take her shopping. I would buy her things at the mall. We would go to the flea market. I would just I treated her like a princess. That's why I called her. I'd be like, princess. That's what I called her sometimes. One time we were making out outside the flea market in the parking lot, and she's like, okay. And then she pulled back. She was done. And I started following her around the car. And before I knew it, I was chasing her around the car. Y'all, I was crossfaded. I was fucked up. And in the middle of chasing her around the car, I said, I literally did like this. I said, what the fuck am I doing? I am so sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to chase you around the damn car. So, high hole again. I was extremely sexually frustrated, AJ. But the funny thing is, I wasn't just seeing her at the time. I was talking to other people. I was physically active with other people. But it was just like when you love somebody or when you have feelings for somebody, those people might not be able to feel that need. You know what I mean? So I'm chasing this girl around the car outside the flea market. So it's that's why I was like, do I really want to tell this story? Because parts of it are slightly embarrassing, but I've grown as a person. So let me go on with the story. So everything's fine. I'm giving her allowance. Uh, and I asked at some point, I believe I asked her to be my girl for real. Um, Nicole, can you confirm this? I cannot remember. But I think I asked her to be my girl for real at some point, and I would still take care of her for as long as I could. And for some reason I can't remember. It's fuzzy. I know at some point I said I can't do this anymore because I had some other obligations. Yes, Nicole, I asked her to be my girl. I told her I was in love with her. And she was always honest. She would always say, I don't feel the same way. Now, at some point, we took a break or I broke it off. I can't remember. And during that time, Blanky Pondu, I met her on Tinder. During that time, when we were taking a break or whatever, I said, she contacted me one day, and I'll never forget it. And she basically told me, she was in love with me. And I said, but during this time, I don't think I was giving her money. Yeah, I broke it off. I broke it off with her. And during this time, I was not giving her money. We would communicate here and there, but I wasn't giving her no money no more. So she called me up one day and was basically talking to me. And she told me she missed me and stuff. And she didn't mention anything about money. Now, this is where it started to really turn. She broke it off. I broke it off. And she called me back up and was talking to me. And I said, you know what? Okay, tell me what you need to tell me. So she said something to let me know that she loved me, something alluding to that. And so I said, wait a minute, are you saying that you love me? And she was like, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. I said, you're in love, you have feelings for me? And she was like, yeah, I've just been doing a lot of thinking and blah, blah, blah. And we had a conversation. So then she was like, I'm coming, back in town. I think she was out of town for school or some internship or something. She was like, I'll be back, later on this week and we can meet up and maybe we can talk about it. I was like, okay, I'd like that because I was very much in love with her. I was so depressed. Y'all, I was so depressed after I broke up with this girl. I was like, oh, I miss her so much. And, I was codependent, but I didn't know it at the time. Okay. Please don't be scared, Danzig, because this girl, her and others, but mainly this girl is why I am like I am today. And I'm a much better person for it. It was rocky getting here, and I ain't perfect, but I'm much better. I've grown as a person and I love myself more because of this. So she came in for the date, y'all. The whole week leading up, I was so excited. I contacted my friend Nicole Dasani and her boyfriend who is in the chat. And I was telling them about this. And I remember I even was really meticulous about picking out my outfit, which I'm a clothes person anyway. So I'm always like that, but more. I was, oh my God, I wore the perfect thing. I gotta look real cute. So she came in town, and I remember we went to a steakhouse out by her parents' house in Alpharetta. And it was a very good restaurant, I remember. Very tasty. And I ate, and we talked, and we were laughing. Everything was cool. And I'll never forget. Oh, by the way, on the phone before she even came back in town, I said, well, when we go on this date, am I still sugaring? Like, did you want me to pay you for this date? Or like, what is this? Is this a date? Because keep in mind now, she's telling me she's got feelings for me. And she was like, no, you don't have to pay me. I just want to talk to you and see you. I was like, okay. So keep that in mind. So we go out, we go to the steakhouse. I brought her like some flowers because that's how I like to do, sometimes with women. And I also remember I brought her some weed. It was a bud of weed that was shaped like a heart. I don't know where I found this. I did not shape it myself. No, whole again. I don't have a husband. I did not find this weed. It's just a random piece of weed that happened to be shaped like a heart. It was so weird. I said, I want to give this to you. And she was laughing at it. She was like, this is so you. Because y'all, at the end of the day, I'm a romantic. I am a very romantic and very emotional person. So, but I watch that part of myself now. I only try to give that part of myself to people that I think really deserve it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm very guarded now. So, and I try not to show it too much, that part of me, because people will take advantage of you and whatnot. But anyway, so we went on this date. And then at the end of the date, I was driving and I dropped her back off at her parents' house and we were talking some more outside. And so I said, okay, well, I had a great night. It was great seeing you. She kissed me and stuff. She was like, well, okay, bye. And she got out the car. And I remember she slammed my door. And when she got out, it was like she was upset. And at the time, y'all, I'm still in love with this girl. And I'm thinking to myself, did she slam my door because she thinking that I was going to give her money? Looking back, of course, that's what it was. She wanted to seem like she lied to try to get back in the picture and get that money again. And, I told my friends about it. Nicole, jump in here if you want. I told my friends about it. She lied to try to get back in the picture and see if it was going to be a financial thing again. And when I paid for the meal, but I didn't give her the money she was expecting. Because when I had talked to her on the phone, she said, no, you don't have to give me any money. So I took her word for it. And I think that was a good test too, looking back to see if she was really there for me or for the money. No hole again. I met her off Tinder. So that made me lose respect for her. And it really, really hurt my feelings, y'all. It really did. And one of the things I respected about Leah the most is that she was always upfront and honest about what it was. She would tell me, I know you're in love with me, but I don't feel the same way about you. And I always, even though well, AJ said you don't think that maybe she was waiting for you to bring up the love convo. I did. Oh, I did. And we talked about it at dinner. It was just, she was just saying, I missed you and stuff like that. And then Nicole just said, remember, I told you it sounded sketchy. Yeah, because I didn't know what to think of the message that she gave. I think she left me a message or something on my voicemail, and then I talked to her. I didn't know what to think of it. Looking back, she was lying to me, telling me what I wanted to hear to try to get back in good with me with the money. So, she slammed my door. Y'all talking about that door slamming? She slammed my door hard. She was mad. She was pissed. She got my car fucking pissed. I'll never forget that. And after that, I was very turned off. I was still in love with her, but I was very turned off and I was very hurt. And after that, I just started, I don't know where my feelings were. I'm not ashamed to say I would literally cry over this girl sometimes. And I started to say, it's like I just had to have her like me. It's codependency, y'all. It wasn't just love, it was fucking codependency. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna lose weight. Because at the time I was 253 pounds and I'm 5'6". I said, maybe if I lose weight, she'll like me more. So I started going to the gym because of her to try to get her to like me. Watch this now. I ended up losing like 30 pounds. And by the time I got down there, I didn't even really like her like that no more. And I was so pleased with my progress that I kept going. Like I said, the whole situation made me grow. And I had been on a weight loss journey before, and like I'm on one again now. And it just made me grow as a person. And so we just parted ways eventually. I'm probably missing some details, but y'all get the point. So the last time I heard from her, and let me turn down the air a little bit. Hold on one second, please. The last time I heard from her was about, I would say, about 2 years ago. I got a random Cash App request, which most people that Cash App request me, they're going to ask you first in text or on the phone, right? And I look up and it's Leah. Just sent me a Cash App request for $20 out the blue. We had not talked in years. We talked a little bit after our breakup here and there. There was no more money thing, but we just kind of kept in touch here and there, very sporadically. And then we just kind of faded away. Well, two years passed, and all of a sudden I get this Cash App request for $20. First of all, listen to me. I never gave her. Damn, Blakey Pondu, not slammed the trunk so hard the hatchback window shattered. Shit, that girl slammed that damn door so hard. She was fucking pissed she didn't get no money. Oh, well. So anyway, she sent me a $20 Cash App request. I don't know. I'm like, are you slumming? I never sent that girl no less than $50. Ever. Ever. I'm like, you sending me a Cash App request for $20? Times are tough, huh? I think she was just testing the waters. Anyway, I didn't send her the money. Yeah, Danzig, $20. I'm like, bruh, that's barely groceries. I'm like, at least 50. So she sends me this $20, right? And to me, it was very insulting too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she didn't even bother to send me a text to say, hi, long time no talk or something, or acknowledge me as a human being. I'm not just an ATM. I'm not an ATM. I'm not just a cash machine. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't even acknowledge me as a human being. So basically, that's the end of that story. And from there, what happened was I grew as a person. The tail end of me dating Leah, I started to get into the swinger community. I told y'all a swinger, and I'm going to do a story time for that one day. I can't wait to do a swinger story time. But this is right. Right after that, I started fucking around with this guy. I'm not going to get into this too deep right now. Save it. And he said, hey, let's go to this club. And I was like, that's that kind of club? I don't know about all that. I ended up going there. And I was still talking to her at the time, but not sending money. And we were just in touch sometimes, And that's when I got into the swinger community. And after that experience, I just started to learn self-love. I don't regret that experience with Leah. I enjoyed our dates a lot. When we went out, we would have bunches of fun, except for when we would get into it. And I don't regret the lessons that I learned and the person that I am now. That's why I am now like I am. Like if you watch my video about the whole garlic bread thing and all those things that I'm saying in that video, she was one of the experiences that helped me see that. That and going to counseling, the help from my friends. And thank you to Nicole and everybody that talked to me during that time, because I must have drove y'all fucking crazy. Like, it was crazy. It could have been a Lifetime movie, the way I talked about that girl. The end. Now, I would like to open up the Q&A portion of this video. But before I do, I'd like to use the restroom because the seal needs to be broken. Un momento, please. It's been an hour. And that's it. And I just grew, I grew a lot as a person after that. Let me go back up in there. Yeah, I know, Nicole. I drove y'all crazy. Thank you so much for that. Ooh, that compliment. Danzig, how you trying to make rent with $20? Requesting everyone on the contacts list. Mask GoFundMe request. Get this girl on panel. I want to know more about the motive behind the door slam. She was upset. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm hot. I got a cold rack because I'm hot from I've been drinking alcohol. Just got out the shower, and that story kind of made me kind of heated. I get hot when I get heated. She was upset with me because I didn't give her money. She wanted money, but I was done. And I was thinking, well, you said you didn't want me to pay you, so I'm not going to pay you, me being naive. She asked everyone for a 20. Well, she didn't get it from me. The reason I am like on that garlic bread video is because of her and other people too. And I've grown a lot as a person beyond that. And I had several situations before her that kind of made me codependent situations. And I'm so glad that I'm not like that now. I'm still working on it. I had my moments, but especially the way I deal with women has totally changed. And y'all, listen, let me tell you a little secret. So I changed my approach to women. I hope I'm not giving away too much of my blueprint. I changed my approach. I said, I used to be the romantic, basically what you would call a simp. I hate that word, by the way, with women. And now I act like I don't give a fuck because I don't. If you act like an asshole, basically, act like you're the prize and you have 10 girls waiting outside the door, which I might, that's far more attractive to women. I'm telling you. Ladies that like ladies, dominant ladies, and guys, listen up, I'm telling you, it works. Even though I'm hot as fuck right now, I'm telling you. Nicole, tell them. Hey, Soft Reset, what's up? So, Nicole, can you please, Nicole, y'all, if you didn't know, is one of my best friends. She's in the chat. Please tell them that I have changed 180 after this situation. Feel free to ask questions now that I'm done. I may have missed some things. I apologize, but y'all get the point. $180 degrees. See? She said 180 degrees in the chat. What's my longest relationship is with her. Oh, by the way, all this was happening when I had a boyfriend. Yeah, I know I had a boyfriend through all this. And he know about Leah. He don't know the nature of the relationship, but he knows about her. Because I talked to him about her too. He didn't care. Because we have an open relationship. I wouldn't go in depth like I would with Nicole, though. My longest relationship is with my current boyfriend. And we started officially, we were official in 2010 or 11. I think maybe 11. Blanky Pondu, her Tinder profile didn't say anything about sugaring. Soft Reset, I'm bisexual. Current? Yes, I have a boyfriend now. And I've been with this man since 2011. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are not married. I know a lot of people be like, damn, y'all ain't married by now. It's me. Marriage has never been something that I have wanted. I am open to it. He knows that. We've talked. I do not want to talk too much about him and our relationship on this platform just because he is an extremely private person and I fully respect that. But little tidbits I don't mind talking about, like, I'm not a marriage person. I'm not. I like to be kind of, I don't know why. I'm just not. Yes, 2011. He travels for work a lot. So our relationship has changed a lot. I'll just say that. But I still love him. I do. He understands me. He knows me, I think, the best of I won't say anybody, but he's one of the people that understands me the most. And he's been there for a lot. So yes, a true sugar baby knows how to ask. Y'all, look here. Somebody was asking me in the chat last night to give tips. This is one of the tips I want to give. No, I don't want to. I don't want another sugar baby soft reset. Thank you for the compliment, though. I appreciate that. um, I knew people would come around asking that. Yeah, we've been together. Me and Pookie, that's what I call him. Me and Pookie have been together through thick and thin. We've had our moments, but we've been together through thick and thin. I don't like the traveling thing. See, I want to say something. If he had been here and he hadn't been, yes, Pookie. If he had been here and Pookie hadn't been out traveling for work, that sugar baby situation would have never happened. I'm just gonna say that. The boyfriend I had, hey Share Bear, the boyfriend I had before Leah is the boyfriend I have now. He knew about Leah, but he did not know she was my sugar baby. You would have asked for free. Oh, you mean you want to go out with me for free, soft reset? Well, I'm in Atlanta, and I am looking for someone, not a sugar baby, but just some companionship. Honey, ain't even got to be love at this point. Just somebody to hang out with, talk to, stuff like that. But the kind of person that I am now, I'm very careful. I'm extremely careful about who I open up to. And by the way, I'm non-monogamous, so a lot of people can't handle that. And I'm a swinger. There's a lot going on over here. I already have an internet girl that's after me. I already have somebody that's after me. She said she wants me to wife her. She said that today, and I took note. Yes, I have a Twitter. My Twitter is Fake Ruth Lowry. FAKERUTHLOWERY. And I will put it down in the thing. Who is it, Miami? Who could it be? Who the hell am I talking about? Does anybody know? She said she wanted me to wife her if she was in Atlanta. So, but that's okay because like I said, I'm non-monogamous, so I could have her and I could have somebody else. Maybe I should wife her over the internet. Since that seems to be the trend now, I can send her a Jafar ring. We can be soulmates. Oh, Danzig, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are very flattering. Hey, Debbie, I didn't see you come in. Welcome in. Okay, so Nicole DeSanti is my best friend, one of my best friends, y'all, and she's in the chat. She does not know about the Jafar ring and all these references. Blanky Pondu, you can be my wife too, hell. If garlic bread can do it, so can I. Soft reset, I'm gonna put my Twitter in the, can I type it myself? Oh, I can't type on my phone. So I'll put my Twitter in the description box. My Twitter is, I'm not going to say it's inactive, but I don't get on there a lot. So I get on there every now and then. I'll promote my eBay on there. But mainly I get on there to look up politics and stuff and stay up on current political events. But I don't get on there often. Like if something happens, I'll jump on there and have a laugh. But yeah. Nicole doesn't know nothing about the Goroverse. I try to keep her up to date, but she doesn't know. Like when we say Jafar ring, she don't know what we talking about. It's a mess, Nicole. I be trying to tell her. Y'all ever get hot when you drink? I mean, really. Sister wife gang. Call Mike. Oh, HA. I don't respond to that email a lot. I gotta check your email. I work a lot and I'm very busy a lot of the time, but I will look in the email, I'll check it, except at night. Night is my time. Yeah, Nicole gonna go down the rabbit hole one of these days. I'm gonna take her down the rabbit hole with me. Your face sweats, Danzig. Yeah. I'm hot. I think too, because I was nervous about telling that story. I was a little anxious about it because it's kind of embarrassing in a way, but it's okay. And I just got out of the shower like an hour ago, and I take very hot shower. Thank you, Danzig. Look at this child. Look at, look at, look at, look at, look at. Look at this thing. Well, soft reset, you can go back and watch. I'm gonna try to put Nicole out the loop. Tortoise shell calico. Yeah. I'm gonna try to put chapters up, or at least soft reset. Yeah, she's pretty. She a pretty baby. I'm gonna try to put chapters up, or at least timestamps in the description. She was a fool, AJ, because I think I'm a pretty nice person. I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty nice. And nice people have to watch themselves. Nice people have to be careful because people be waiting to take advantage of nice people. No, now let's share. Danzig said you open up too easily. And you're like, yay, let's share. Yeah, soft. It's sad. I've changed so much. Like, I have a friend that he talks about how much I've changed. You start out sweet and nice and kind, and it's like over time, and I'm still sweet and nice and kind, don't get me wrong, but over time it's like you just kind of grow kind of hard, kind of cold, and I feel like I'm a little more cold now, not just because of that, but because of other things that have happened too, but especially in love. So I'm not the same person I was, but I don't need to be that person anyway. So, hey, not you a ice machine. Yeah, I'm definitely not the same person, especially with dating. Yeah, like I'm still sweet, but with the right person. You know what I mean? Someone I know I can be that way with. And even then, I'm kind of like, you know, I would like somebody here, though, some type of companionship, just somebody to hang out with, date. Ain't got to be nothing serious, just hang out, date, spend quality time. It's like I'm on an eternal search that I never find. Ugh, like the last people I dated, yeah, I lost my innocence off reset. Like, exactly, Blanky. That's how it goes. You go from a doormat to a brick wall. The last couple of women I dated three in the last couple of years, and one of them was on drugs. Oh, hush, Nicole. One of them was on drugs. The other one was the one that I was talking about was too dominant, and she was bullheaded, and she worked too much. She never had time or made time, really. And then the other one, it was long story. We just fell out. I'm just like, you know what? It's like I can't. So I'm not a brick wall. Who said they were a brick wall? Blanky Pondue is a brick wall. I'm like a brick wall with no mortar in between. Like if you push on it a little bit, it'll fall. But you got to push the right way. Okay, Danzig, you have an internet relationship with somebody that has been going on for 4 years. Look, if you have an internet relationship, that is your business. I do think it's a little crazy, but hey, it's hard to find love out there. I mean, in companionship, I mean, I get it. You're empty inside and you look for somebody, you know what I mean? I have to watch myself because I'll start to liking people. If you're my type, and you're nice, like whoever that was saying that shit, that you all you got to do is be nice to me. If you're nice, and especially if you give me time and attention, I have to really watch myself. And Dan's like, I can't imagine being a mother because you want to be careful who you bring around your kid. You know, Soft said, this world is fucked. This is a fucked world. And I'm actually a very simple person. I'm very simple, and I consider myself a hedonist. Like, I like pleasure a lot. But it's like this world will not allow it. Yeah, Debbie, we were talking about that the other day. Basically, that's what I'm in now. It's a long distance relationship, and it's just like, ugh, it's hard. So, bricked up. Hey, Danzig, that's okay. Who's a Taurus? I'm a Gemini. Oh, wow. Oh, well, y'all visit each other, Debbie. Okay, cool. Hell, I feel like, well, I won't say nothing about Oh, Nicole is so silly. Y'all, Nicole be giving me hell about my voice. Ever since they met me at 18, they have gotten on me of the way I speak and my diction and the way. Because I live in the South. So most people around here don't sound like me, even though I feel like I still sound Southern. And they always picking at me in a good natured way. I live in the South, and a lot of people around here don't sound like me. And I want to tell you something. I did not used to sound like this when she met me. I sounded a lot more proper, and I sounded more clipped, more proper. Now I sound more Southern. Geminis are wild. I thought you were a Taurus because of natural beauty. Thank you. Nah, I'm a Gemini. I know. See, people that aren't from here know I'm a Southerner. But Blanky Pondue, when I was 18 years old, I did not sound like this. What happened was so many people would pick on me about the way I spoke. I started to kind of talk less proper. I made a conscious effort, and every now and then it comes back. I really want to get back into speaking more proper because um, I'm trying to do voiceover work. And now I kick myself for changing my voice. I kind of consciously or unconsciously changed my voice because so many people would pick on me for speaking so proper. And I hate that I did that. That was when you're young, now I wouldn't do it because I don't give a fuck what people think. But when you're young, you're like, oh God, they keep talking about my voice. Let me loosen up a little bit. I was really proper, so proper. Well, if you're in the South, a lot of times, you have people with accents where they might not pronounce a whole word. Well, jump in, Nicole. Like, I remember, I remember there was one time where Nicole got a pillow, and it reminded me I needed some pillows. So I was like, oh, you know what? I need some new pillows as well. And they were like, oh, most people around here would be like, shit, I need to go get me some pillows too. Shit. But I'm like, I need to go get some pillows as well. I mean, it probably sounds like it's not a big deal depending on where you're from. But I'm in the South, and I'm Black. And that makes a difference too, to be honest. That's really what it is. I'm like, I was talking like Carlton Banks in the middle of people speaking like Migos or Trick Daddy or something. You stick out like a sore thumb. I've always stuck out wherever I go because of the way I speak. Like when I was in school, everybody was kind of country, or they have like a thick Atlanta accent, and then I popping up, I need some pillows too, and it's like I got made fun of a lot. So soft reset. Do they make fun of your voice too? I know y'all love my voice, but a lot of people like made a big like Nicole. Remember the guy that I was crazy about? The name start with a D that I won't say their name on here. Ugh. But anyway, he always used to make fun of my voice because he's from Atlanta. That's another story time. I'm not going to talk about him though. I don't want to talk about that. But anyway, that's one story time I will not be telling. I don't want to remember any of that. But he used to make fun of my voice. He would just pick at me. He liked it. But people are always going to have something to talk about, whether it's your voice or whatever. They're always going to find something. Human beings. Sometimes, most of the time, people do it. They don't mean any harm. It just made me feel like I stuck out in a bad way. So I started to get a little more. And see, my mother, I sound like not him, Nicole. I sound just like my mother, except I sound more Southern because she was from New York. And so she started to notice I would speak a little more Southern, a little more country. And she would say things like, she would correct me. Like I'd be like, so I had went to the store, and she'd be like, had went. and I would correct myself. I'd be like, I went to the store. She hated it. Did y'all watch BBW Veronica's stream? I watched BBW Veronica through Jessica Messica's channel. I did not watch her stream independently. No. Was this a different stream? You talking about the stream with Veronica, Monty, and some woman. I forget who it was. Now, is this a new one or no? Xanax voice? No, I don't know who you're talking about. I know one thing, it was boring as hell. Yeah, it was kind of a Xanax voice. You ain't lying. It was kind of dull. They were very dull. Soft reset. I can't type in chat. I don't know how because I'm on my phone. I can't respond. Nicole, could you type my Twitter name, please, in the chat? It's Fake Ruth Lowry at Fake Ruth Lowry. You know my last name, Lowery. Y'all, this is my real name. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so that's my real name. So now y'all know. Husky can be sexy, but it wasn't sexy. I think I know who you're talking about. It was boring. Yeah, Nicole, please hook me up if you're by the keyboard. Fake, Fake, Ruth Lowry. That's my Twitter. So that's it. There's my Twitter for anybody that wants my Twitter. Again, I don't get on my Twitter that often. So if you send me something on there or something like that and I don't reply right away, please don't feel any kind of way. I'll get to it eventually within a few days. I'm going to try to start going on there more now. I am, because I'm going to start trying to build my channel. Like I said, I go on there especially to promote my eBay sales and to look up politics. So, and current events and laugh at all the political crap going on. So, okay, go ahead and say hi, Soft Reset. I don't mind. I really appreciate y'all's support because look, I'm trying to build my channel, y'all. I am extremely close to being monetized again. So I'm really trying to do this thing. By the way, speaking of that, what do y'all think happened to Natter? He hasn't been on here ever since Repsion came out with that video. Now, Nicole knows about Natter. That's the one, Nicole, I told you was beating on his girlfriend, Dee Dee, like the man from Egypt. Remember him? Arrested? Is that just a rumor or is that, confirmed? AJ, yeah, social media can be drama, but like I said, I use mine for business purposes and politics. Oh, it's a rumor. Okay. When is his court date? Okay, so Blanky, Debbie says he's possibly in jail or has been suspended from YouTube. Blanky, I heard that his channel was demonetized. However, some people who made that video, I want to say Marley Hendricks made that video that he might have been demonetized. Hey, Slush Puppy. Okay, cool. Welcome in. Thank you for listening. I'm basically done. Y'all, listen to my Google. I didn't say shit to my Google and it started talking. Even on my phone, I must have said something odd. Slush Puppy, I'm done with the story. I appreciate you dropping in. We're just sitting around chewing the fat now about Natter and stuff. Yes, Marley made a video and Marley was theorizing that they were demonetized, but on this same video, people were in the comments talking about they went to Natter's chat and I summoned Natter. I know, right? Hello, how are you guys? Up he comes. My way. Oh, thank you so much, Slush Puppy. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I appreciate all y'all stopping by for my stupid behavior story. Marley Hendricks, Soft Reset. Marley Hendricks. Spelled just the way it sounds, like Bob Marley and Jimi Hendrix. Marley Hendricks. And this person had a video up, but some people in the chat went to his channel and still saw ads. So I don't know whether he's really demonetized or not, because some people still saw the join button, which would mean he is monetized. By the way, speaking of all that, you know how he calls his people friends with benefits? This is the Vice Squad. That's the name I come up with for my people that watch, or anybody that stops by and watches. The Vice Squad. Oh, you have premium? Okay. Well, some people that didn't have premium still saw ads, so I didn't bother to go check. I'm mad at them painting fingernails. That painting fingernail emoji is messy as fuck. It's like, I got premium. I don't know what y'all got. Oh, Lord. I ain't paying YouTube for no premium. I'll just sit through the ad. Vice Squad, the Vice Squad. That's what I'm gonna call. You know how Chantal says Beezers, Natter says what, friends with benefits, even though he changed that, I think, to El Shami family. And other people have their little names. What is Jessica Messica's? The Hot Mess Express. This is the Vice Squad. Vice Squad, what's up? Hi, Suzette. Yes, I'm live. Live and in color. Look, y'all should see how my cat looking at me. Hold on one second. Yes, I'm calling this the Vice Squad. Welcome, Vice Squad, to the foolishness. I'm here, y'all. Hold on, I'm dealing with the cat. Oh, Nicole wants me to tell the story. Hold on, let me scroll and make sure I ain't miss anything. Yes, I got to get memberships. I'm not monetized yet, though. Soft. Tell the story of how you and my hubby met. I love that story. I don't want to go too much into it. I don't want to go into certain details of it, but I'll tell this. When I was 18, I went to Burger King to get a job across the street from where I live. That Burger King is gone now, by the way. But anyway, 20 years ago, my mother said, you got to get a job. I was 18. I had just graduated from high school, and I would sleep all day and watch TV because I was so worn out from high school. Y'all, I always kept a hustle going, like a job or something, but have it my way 20 years ago. But I said to myself, she said, you got to either go to school or you got to get a job. You just can't be laying around the house all day. She let me have the summer. And in September, she said, you got to do something. And she was hounding me. I was going to get a job or go to school, y'all. But you know, when you graduate from high school, you be like, damn, I just want to chill for a while. She was like, ain't finna be no layabouts. And I don't blame her. So to close her mouth, I went across the street and I said, shit, I'll just get a job at Burger King. And the manager there was, I won't say their name. Look at this. Good Lord. Ow. I won't say their name, but Nicole's husband, we'll just call him Jay. So Jay was the manager there at Burger King, and that's how I met him. And he invited me over to his house one day. We were talking, Kiki, and he was real cool. And he said, you know what? You ought to come over to the house one day and hang out. I actually knew Jay before Nicole, so he was with somebody else at that time. But he was like, you got to come over to the house and hang out sometime. And I did. And they just ended up being real cool. Now, there's another little story behind that I'm not going to tell. Nicole, you leave that story off this platform, please. With the bathroom and everything, please leave that story. I'm trying to leave all that in the past. Please tell. No, do not tell. It's not. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you something. It's not time period appropriate. All that kind of stuff. I know I'm making you curious, and it is not sexual, by the way. All that kind of stuff is not time period appropriate now. We live in a more open world now that accepts that kind of stuff. Anyway, I remember exactly what I wore when I went over there. I had on some cream slacks, and I used to have an orange. No, it's not a cute story. I had on an orange. I have wisdom. Yes, I think I do. I'm still pretty stupid sometimes, though. Don't be fooled. I had on an orange terry cloth material polo Ralph Lauren shirt, and I wore a suede rancher jacket. It was dark brown. I had got it from the Gap, and I had a cane, not because I needed it, but for fashion, and some brown loafers, and and a brown belt. That's how I came over to his house. And I remember you saying something like, "Ooh, you overdressed," but because I like fashion, I like to dress, you know. I used to carry a cane. I got that same cane right over here by the door in a thing. It's like an African cane. It's funny. I don't know why. Oh, look! Tell them the porta potty, the porta potty story. Now the porta potty story is fucking hilarious. I'll tell them the porta potty story, and I'm gonna go get this cane because Blanky Pond do want to see the cane. I'll bring the other cane too. Hold on, let me turn out this light. I got all kind of crap in here. I'm telling y'all. I have a lot of material things. I'll just say that. This is the cane. This is the old man. I'm gonna pull it back so you can see a little better. You know how they be doing on YouTube when they put their hand behind it, whatever. This is the cane I was carrying. It's an old man, an African man or a black man. I don't know if you can see the detail. He kind of dusty. And I'm gonna just pull it up so you can see it and turn it around. It's made of different kinds of wood. This is the cane I was carrying. Well, I thought I was stylish. People would call me a pimp with this. When I walk, they'd be like, that's an old pimp walking right there. This is cane 1. This is the one I was carrying when I met Jay. This is a cane I got like a year or two ago. I've never carried this. I don't know if I ever will because it looked like a real gun. You know how things are now. And actually, this spins. The chamber spins. Wait a minute. It's a knife. It's a surprise weapon on that ass if I need to stick somebody, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I don't know if I'm going to carry this one because it's actually a weapon. So you could be like, so I like novelty stuff. This is something new, Nicole. You ain't seen this. I just got this like last year. The detail on this is really nice too. On the barrel, it's got like ships on it. But anyway, I got a lot of crap in here. But material things can't fulfill everything, right? But I wouldn't trade my stuff because I am a stuff person. Thank you, Nicole. I am a Gemini, Suzette. No one has to know. I know Danzig, but it looks like a real, it's not the knife. It looks like a gun on the end. And I don't want to walk around with nothing that looks like a gun. I just don't even want to. I would carry it like in a special situation. Okay, AJ Restoration Vids. Gemini, stand up. Yeah, I love it. I'm scrolling. Isn't it a cane of you haven't beaten someone with it? I've never beat someone with my cane, but you're giving me an idea. This, I don't know whether this is hand carved. Maybe. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I got this from an African store in underground Atlanta when I was like maybe 17. And that store isn't, underground Atlanta isn't even there anymore. So yeah, this is lemonade. And this is my hard lemonade. That's Kroger lemonade over there. Just something to keep me hydrated. This somebody granddaddy, y'all. I don't know who it is. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just checking in. Womp womp. Oh man. Yeah, he chose me. And it's funny because I remember they had another African cane, and it was a woman. And it did, to me, it didn't do as, it didn't look as good to me. It looked good, but I like this one better. So. Well, I've dated a Sag, and I don't go seriously by zodiac signs, but I've dated a Sag, and it was not a good experience. But I don't take it really seriously. I just look at signs for fun. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Nicole want me to tell this porta potty story so bad, baby. Chinese signs. I don't know. I'm 1983, so y'all. Jay, Nicole's husband, had a Hey Google, what? January 1983. The 31st of December 1983 is the year of the pig. I'm a pig. I'm year of the pig. Google be handy, y'all. So Jay, Nicole, who was in the chat, hubby used to throw barbecues in Piedmont Park. And like I said, I'm really into fashion, and I like to be fresh and very clean. And in the park, you be getting musty and stuff, be sweating. And so I don't know anything about Chinese zodiac, by the way, except they have animals associated with it. And so they had porta potties outside. And basically, I went into the porta potty like Superman and came out with a whole new outfit. They tell it better than I do. It's way funnier when they tell it. But I didn't tell nobody what I was doing. So I just kind of came out. Y'all, I forgot I have fruit. Please excuse me, I'm getting my fruit. forgot I had cut this up earlier. I was like, I'm gonna have me some fruit while I do my story time or whatever. Uh, wait a minute. Now I'm freaking cold. What, Nicole? Oh, the fruit? Yeah. I think I might turn this light off. Let's see how it looks with this light off. No, I'm in Atlanta, Suzette. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And my name is Miami Vice Pastels. I don't like that with that light off, P.S. I don't like that. That's better. Whoops. That's a three-way light. I would have something like a three-way light, right? Womp, womp, womp. Um, the reason I call myself Miami Vice Pastels is because when I first got on YouTube, I was really obsessed with the TV show Miami Vice. So it's after the TV show. Thank you, Suzette. My manners have a lot to do with my mother, though, too. I I was raised old school, so and you know what? A lot of people in the South are. I don't know about this new generation, but yeah, I'm just looking at y'all chatting, and I especially appreciate my real life friend coming in here supporting me. Hmm? Oh, okay, good, AJ. The Oreos turned out well. Excellent. Y'all, please talk amongst yourselves. Please just, I'm sorry the alcohol is hitting me, and I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight, so I'm just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to take a moment to let my tongue rest. Nicole, last night I told them about heart attack piece. I did a story time about heart attack piece, and of course I had to edit it. Remember heart attack piece? Y'all think I'm playing when I gave this man a name, heart attack piece. I had 2 shots, and I've had one Mike's Hard Lemonade, and this is my second Mike's Hard. And I've had a long day too, so that's part of it. See, y'all, I'm not making up these stories. There was actually a man that had almost had a heart attack after we were intimate. Nicole just confirmed it. Heart attack piece. That's what I call him to this day. Mm, I love strawberries. No, he's not still around, Suzette. He's still alive. Well, I don't know if that man's still alive or not because I'm not in contact with him. But when he left my place, he was fine. I mean, he wasn't fine. What am I trying to say? I'm tipsy. He survived that night. You know how blueberries will have like a little stick sticking up out of it? He survived me because I'm a lot. I'm not being funny. Like, actually, there was a guy over here the other night that was wheezing. The man with the stinking breath. Y'all remember I was talking about the man with the stinking breath? Stinking breath man was over here a couple of nights ago and he was wheezing and I was scared I was about to have a repeat. Oh no. Danzig. What's going on? I had missed the jet. I was looking at the TV. You went through a traumatizing experience. How are you a virgin 5 times, Suzette? Nicole, Stinky Breath is one of my regular guys that comes over. The most regular one that comes over. I figured that's what you meant, Suzette, that you lied. Oh, okay. Okay, Danzig. Nicole, Stinky Breath is I can't say his name. You probably wouldn't know it no way. How can I describe Stinky Breath? The man that comes over to my house the most frequently, that you always hear me go, oh, so and so just left. He's married. You know, I told you about that man's breath. I'm sorry, y'all. It's true. God, these tart. I hate tart blueberries. Yes, stanky breath. Like the stanky leg. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Debbie. Mm. These aren't that great. Let's see. Debbie, that can be a real deal breaker. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, that's a pickle. That's a tough pickle to be in, I would imagine. 39. Wow. My mom had me when she was 38. So, wow. Yeah. Ooh, 43. Wow. Hmm. I'm sure it did shock you. Bye bye, Nicole. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for corroborating and reminding me of stuff in the story. Come back anytime. We ought to do a stream one day with Nicole. I ought to stream with Nicole one day. That'd be funny. They're funny people. Young Brown, don't frown. Brown, don't frown. I've never heard that one before. Oh, I love when I'm carded. Carding is the best. That's how I am, AJ. I've never wanted children. People be like, "Do you have any kids?" I'd be like, "No, I don't have no kids." They'd be like, "Wow, really? Why?" And I'm like, "Damn, now how you know?" Maybe it could be anything going on. That's kind of personal, but people always ask that. They're like, "You don't have no kids?" Because that's rare where I'm from, especially me being almost 40. I just never wanted any. It is a vocation. Yeah, first of all, I don't want that responsibility. Hats off to all the moms because I just don't see how y'all do it. And dads, it's a big responsibility. And I don't like having responsibilities. I have enough as it is. I like to be free. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I like to do things that I wouldn't do certain things if I had children. It's just certain things I wouldn't do. Like being a swinger and I'm all out here and doing the other little things that I do and up right now in the living room all loud. Yeah, I want my freedom. It's scary sometimes. I bet I'd be scared of taking care of myself, especially in this economy. Wow. You never wanted kids, Nancy? Debbie. Listen, they used to card my mom at the grocery store when she was in her 60s and 70s. I'd be like, I looked at the cashier one time. I said, "Really?" She's buying alcohol. And they were like, "We need to see your ID." I'm like, "For real? Come on now." You don't want to diet, Debbie. I have gray hairs in my head. It's just here and there. I'm starting to see them. I'm like, oh God, Lord, here we go. I'm gonna dye mine. I'm gonna go to a professional salon and have them dye it when I start to get more gray. Like when I get senior citizen age, if I make it, no, I'm not gonna dye it. But for now, like if I get any more gray, yeah, she's getting dyed. Yeah. Oh wow. Dancing. I had a man that I was like that with. Who I consider my very first real love. I call him Doc. That's his nickname. I was so in. Nicole is gone. She could tell you. Oh my God, I was so in love with Doc, and he would talk about marriage with me, and he knew I didn't want any children. He already had two kids from a previous marriage, and he would be like, "What would it take for you to have a child?" And I told him I was like, to be married, so that somebody would be obligated to take care of this child with me, and for the other parent to be responsible and have good qualities or something like that. I said I don't even think about that anymore because I don't want no kids. I didn't want kids at that time, but I was so in love with this man. I would have had his kid. That's scary to me. If we were married, I would have had a kid. If he wanted one, I would have given him a child. I don't ever want to be in love that deep again, and I haven't been. Thank God. Because I really have never wanted kids, but I would have done it for him. That wasn't like a toxic, codependent type thing. It was a healthy romantic love between the both of us. So, yes, I would have had that. That kind of love scary as hell, Nancy. I'm talking about I would have followed this man anywhere. I trusted him. I would have followed this man anywhere. I would have had his child. I thought we would end up getting married, but things didn't work out like that, which is fine. It took me at least 3 or 4 years to get over that man. Child, I don't even be thinking, and it's so funny. Like you be so head over heels for these people, and then time passes, and I don't even be thinking about Doc no more. He is on my Facebook page now. It's one of my Facebook friends. Matter of fact, and he got married to somebody else. Matter of fact, I posted something today about a news event, and he commented on it. And I just liked his comment. I said a little something. I don't even be thinking about that man. Ain't that crazy? How you get over people? It took me years though. Oh wow. Love can make you change all your future plans and goals. Like I said, but here we are separated. I'm doing all the work. Yep. Debbie. Ouch, plucking them grays. Ouch, that's hard, AJ. Being roommates. Not that I could not imagine that. I'm trying to make sure my robe don't. I don't want no situations here. We don't want no Chantal situations flashing people or a Natter situation. I need to drink something, Suzette, because I'm seeing them. I'm just looking at y'all chat. I'm just chilling. I'm just reading y'all's chat a little bit. I'm very chill now. I'm really mellowed out now. I just got a haircut not too long ago. My first haircut in 3 years, and he shaped up my afro and stuff. I had COVID here. I feel you. I really want to get it braided or something, but I'm like, shit, I don't really do anything but work. So I feel like that's kind of a waste of money. It's funny, like I don't like wasting money. I don't mind. I didn't mind wasting like on my sugar baby, or like if I have a girl I like to treat her and stuff. But for myself, I don't like to waste money. I've done wigs. I don't like wigs like that though. I really don't. Thank you, Slush Pup. I've worn it like this pretty much since high school. But I've worn all kind of stuff: wigs, braids, sew-ins. Usually, I have a boyish look and cut, but I have done wigs, sew-ins, long braids. My hair was blonde at one point, and let's see. I've had a fade. I've had it cut off. I've had a flat top. I've had a Gumby flat top. Like I've had all kind of stuff. I like to experiment with my hair, but I don't go anywhere anymore but work. So good night, Blanky Pondus. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate that. Would you go with? I have two wigs. Yeah, I have two wigs, but I don't wear them. I haven't worn them in a while. Wigs in the summer ain't cute here because it be hot. You'll burn up. That's cute for like winter and stuff or fall. It'd be mad hot in Atlanta in the summer. I hear ambulance or something. I'm being nosy. It's so quiet around here. Whenever I hear the least little thing, I'm like, bye, Blanky. I have on shorts and I have on nothing on top under my robe. And as my friend Nicole said, usually I'm naked around the house unless it's cold. Now during the winter months, unless it's nice and toasty in here, no. But yeah, I'm naked on top. Yes, but I'm classy with it. It's gonna be covered up. We ain't doing no Chantals, no Naras up in here. She covered. My stuff is all covered up. I'm classy with it. Yes, I ate already. I ate earlier. I had to eat because I knew I was gonna be drinking alcohol. So, ooh, I don't like to be cold at all. I don't like to be hot either. I like a nice stable temperature. I get hot flashes too, Debbie, when I'm stressed or when I drink or when I get out the shower. I hate that shit. That's why earlier I had the air way low, but now I've turned it off. Cold, you can bundle up, but I just don't like. I'd rather be hot in the summertime, not hot flash, because that's a different kind of hot. But I mean, like, I'd rather it be hot. Yes, I am dancing. As a matter of fact, Suzette, I'm not sure how long I'll be here. I'll probably be here for at least 30 more minutes, at least. Let me see what time it is. I am getting kind of sleepy. Oh, it's only 1:13. Yeah, I'll be here for a minute. Okay, Suzette. Yeah, Danzig, there is a nudist in the swinger club I used to go in. There was a nudist. There was a couple of people that asked me to come up somewhere in North Georgia. I have not been yet. There is a nudist. I don't know if you would call it camp or like just like let's just say resort, okay? And it's a new resort. You don't have to be new, but most of the people are. And I was telling my boyfriend about it. He is not a swinger, but we're open relationship. And he said he would go, but he wouldn't take his clothes off. But he said he wanted to go. I was like, you freak. You was a freak. Yeah, Danzig. Like I just like to be comfortable. Sometimes I'm not always nude around the house. I'll throw on a t-shirt and some shorts or something. Yeah, but a lot. I'm not shy about that. I'll walk around here naked. Um, and the club, the swing club I used to go to a lot that I mention on here sometimes. I used to walk around there naked all the time. Uh, I mean, you could. So it's very freeing. It feels very free. Like to me, the whole swing world is like an escape from the constrictions of the normal world. It's like you can escape from the social expectations and the constraints. You know what I mean, of everyday life. You can just walk around naked if you want to, like we were meant to be. You know, when we were created, we didn't have clothes. It's not like a bad thing. I don't think so. I have some kind of far out ideas. So that's just what I think. I do think there's a time and a place though. Ooh, a sweat lodge. I couldn't be in no sweat lodge. That sounds hot. Yeah, slush. I love being naked. Debbie, no. When being nosy goes wrong. Oh, Dan's like, I could never do that. I can't. I can't get that hot. Being nosy gone wrong. Almost got capsized. Exactly, slush puppy. The only place where I don't approve of being naked around is if children are there. You know, just because them kids. Even though I know it's natural, but mm-mm. Other than that, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, being naked. My friend was just getting on me today, one of my best friends. We were on Google Duo video chat. And I said, okay, I got to get ready for work. I'm about to get naked. And he's gay. So he was like, "Oh my God, no!" And I'm like, "You act like you ain't seen me like this before. I gave you a warning because I'm getting dressed. I'm taking my clothes off and getting dressed for work." And he's like, "I know, but you don't have what I want to see." I'm like, "Oh God, Christ Jesus, the drama." Oh yeah, he slush. He will, man. If I could put him on camera with me, if he got comfortable, he is hilarious. He will have you rolling. Nicole knows him too. My friend that was in here. He is a trip. Exactly. Talking about, I don't want to see that. I don't like no women. Yeah, but see, it ain't about that. For me, it's not sexual. It's just me being comfortable. So he stayed with me for a minute last year while he was transitioning to his new place. And I said, while you're here, out of respect, I'm going to wear a robe. And he was so happy. I'm like, I'm not going to make you look at me naked because I know you don't. I respect people's boundaries. I was so happy when I could get naked again. I'm sorry. It's just as comfortable. Okay, Debbie. Hey, Simon says, do I have clear plastic chairs? A DD chair? I have one clear plastic chair in my house. Yeah. When I'm naked, if I sit down, I keep like a towel down. I don't sit bare on my furniture and shit. That's nasty. I ain't have my bare ass. Even if I just got in the bathtub, I don't like that. Why did you ask about chairs? Simon says. That's random. I thought about Debbie's clear chair, or Debbie, not Debbie in the chat, Dee Dee. Dee Dee Debbie. Them clear plastic chairs she has in her kitchen. Y'all, I hear my outdoor cat. I think I heard him. Please talk amongst yourselves. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go see what's going on with him and put him if he's outside. Ooh, it's dark as hell out here. Ooh, it's cold. Okay. I'm coming, y'all. Bear with. Garage door. Well, I don't know where he is. I thought he might be out back, but whatever. He'll be okay. Okay, give me 1 more second, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, now I gotta go to the kitchen to get a snack. I'm coming right back. Cause these strawberries ain't it. I'm talking about these strawberries on my tits. I'm gonna bring you with me. Whoa. I'm gonna bring y'all with me while I get a snack. Are we talking about draws? I hate bras too. I wonder where Natter is at too, Slush. I have no idea. I figured he was taking a hiatus off YouTube after the whole expose came out. That's just what I assumed, you know what I'm saying? But then, like Pink Mommy brought up a good point, and she was like, you know, people have had exposés, and like, look at Sam's Bar Lounge, and he came back after that. So cheese, cheddar cheese. Jim Beam, peach. I peach tea. That's what I'm about to do. If I have enough tea, this beats Gold Peak. Damn Gold Peak. Gold Peak ain't even good like it used to be. That's just my opinion. When they started making Gold Peak shelf stable, it wasn't good anymore. When it used to have to be refrigerated, it was better. That's just my opinion now. Pure Leaf is okay. Nice. That's nice. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. With that, we'll see. I'm gonna make me a little bootleg charcuterie board, because a charcuterie board ain't nothing but a damn overpriced Lunchable. I love iced tea, sweet tea. Yeah, that's Milo's. It's delicious. I got a little munchy. Do I want pretzels or do I want some Ritz crackers? I think I want Ritz crackers. My favorite food is pizza. I love everything bagel seasoning, and Ritz has come out with everything bagel seasoning crackers, baked with onion, poppy seed, garlic, and sea salt. And I live. Just make sure you ain't going out on no date afterwards or something, because your breath will stink. But they are really good, flavorful. They are good timing. It is an adult Lunchable. Do y'all know when Lunchables first came out, they were marketed to adults? I don't know if anybody remembers that. I remember them having commercials showing people like on lunch break with that shit. I'm like, what is that? Supposed to do for a grown person. I can plug this up right here. I forgot I have USB ports on here. Boop. I didn't want to leave y'all sitting there. There we go. They crumbled up in the pack. I'm like, let me eat these. I don't believe in the waste. I have a light munchie. Ooh, that's good. And tomatoes. Just a few. Bootleg charcuterie board is complete. Huh? Now, let me see if I can carry this and y'all back. This is the very first time I've used the USB plugs in this house. I know that's not important, but you know, whatever. This poor lemonade just sitting here like, hey, eat me. Hi, Suzette. Chili cheese Fritos are delicious. Every now and then, I get in the taste, in the mood for those. They're real good to me. They tasty. That's for damn sure. Trying to make sure everything tight, everything closed. Hey, Light Pink, we were just talking about you because people were asking where Natter was at. I appreciate you stopping in, and they were talking about conspiracy theories, and they mentioned you in a good way. You missed my crazy story. It's at the beginning. I'm going to put timestamps. What? Reese's cup with a potato chip inside. Jesus. Where do I think he is? I think he's laying low. Or were you asking Light Pink Mommy? I think Natter is laying low since that documentary came out. Brain break, as he said. Now, Light Pink Mommy was saying that she thought that he beat up Dee Dee. Ooh. Little pepper in that. The pepperoni. That he beat up Dee Dee so they can't be on camera. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Light Pink. You were saying they killed somebody. Child, I don't put nothing past him. It's possible. It wouldn't surprise me. That's so odd. A Reese's cup with a potato chip in it. Weird. Mm. Oh, wow. It is like they just, and they've been gone for a minute. How long have they been gone, y'all? Does anybody know exactly how long Natter has been gone from YouTube now? Man. Yeah, he was going live 2 or 3 times a week. Wow, that's a long time. He was going 2 or 3 times a day live. That is crazy. Yeah, trying to make everybody wonder about him. Maybe. It seems like to me he feeds off of it though. It's very odd he'd be gone this long. It's like he's addicted to going live. 7 whole days, like Tony Braxton say. Look like a turkey neck. What's a turkey neck? Mm-mm. I like really sweet tomatoes, like the little baby ones. Oh, I never saw his private. I've always seen like, excuse me, I've always seen the edited one. That's what I thought, Debbie. I have not seen a picture of Natter's private area. I've only seen it with like a smiley face over it or, you know, something like that. Thank God. You mean fiending in a corner? Let me go to Natter's channel right now. Hold up. Let me go to Natter's channel right now. And let me see if, because people are saying they saw ads. Let me see if I see an ad. He's got ads.
Herschel Walker wants a complete ban on abortion. No exceptions for survivors of rape or incest.
That's the ad that just played on my on a Natter video. He's got ads. Now you know what YouTube will do, because I have ads on some of my videos on this channel, but I'm not monetized. They'll put it on there anyway because they slick. If you pull up some of my videos, sometimes ads will come up and you'll think I'm monetized. Let me go see something. This will tell the tea. I'm doing this on my TV, so I don't know if I would see a join button. I don't know. People were saying if you see a join button, that means he's still monetized. But I can't see that on my TV, I don't think. He still has memberships, okay. Yeah. I can only see certain things on the TV, so I don't know. But I'm telling y'all, the ads really don't mean anything. You can have ads and not, you know, not be monetized or be monetized. I love these pepperonis. They good. Thank you, Susan. I thought it was appropriate since I was talking about being a sugar daddy. Put on my money. Simple. There's no story behind it. I just liked it. This is the money symbol. Okay, I gotta look up your channel. Hold on. Light pink. Oops. I'm typing with this, so it's gonna take a while. I need a wireless keyboard. That's what I want. Oh, look at the little Pookie baby on your channel. The little doggy poo. Chihuahua. Oh, okay, there you go. Oh, you put up something. Good.
Hi. Couple of things.
No ad came up, light pink.
And they look a little specific when I tell the dogs to shut up. Dog sitting. And my dog is fairly well trained.
No ad came up, but I'm glad you put up your video. I know you were telling me about that a few days ago. The dog is so cute. Ooh, cutie patootie. You know what's weird? You ain't lying because I always thought, oh, let me finish chewing. I always thought if something happens to Nadra's channel, that they would go on her channel, but she ain't been up either. Yeah. Yeah, Suzette, he is in control of her, so. Oops. Put this over here. Oh, man. Yeah, he controls her completely. Light Pink Mommy started a channel, y'all. I know she was telling me she wanted to start her channel up. She has some concerns about it, and she's got it up. I'm going to clock her videos. When I get a chance, go check her out. I'm sorry, my light is acting up. Yeah, go check her out when you get a chance. Let me go subscribe. She got a little cutie patootie doggy on there. And I just subscribe. Marley. I'm looking at your videos. I'm scrolling through your videos. I'm sorry. I thought I smelled electricity. Why I got the light for my tripod plugged up into this extension cord, it's like making a sound. That's not good. Yeah, Light Pink, I like to support people. I like to support people's channels. Good night, Suzette. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate the compliments. Have a wonderful sleep. I hope my robe stops popping open. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, girl. Oh, yeah, I'll be going live soon again. No, I don't smell electricity. I think it was in my head, but I do hear this situation type deal. I could actually unplug this one. I can hear this. It's ringing. I don't know what that means. If I blow up, y'all, make sure my video goes viral. If my house blows up from this cheap ass tripod, make sure to spread it around. I've been lightly electrocuted. It pushed me back twice. But nothing serious. Kitty cats. I don't know where my kitty cats are. Kitty Keishas. Lately, my kitty's been MIA at night. Where she usually sits by me, but she's really been MIA. AJ. But you should be able to just plug something in without you being electrocuted, you know. Lord have mercy, light. I got stuff sitting in there I've been meaning to do a taste test for, and it's just been sitting. I think some of it has gone bad. So I definitely feel you. Yeah, AJ, I don't know. She's been kind of shady lately. Damn. Ouch, Debbie. Mine, I was reaching inside an old video game machine, like an arcade machine cabinet, a big one. And I forgot to unplug it. There was a place I used to work. They had a bunch of those, and I was trying to fix something. And I reached up in there and I forgot to unplug it, and I grabbed something, and it felt like something literally pushed me back. And I'm laying on my back on the floor. I was squatting down anyway, but still, it was the strangest feeling. And then there was a time there was an outlet hanging out of the wall, and my dumb ass, instead of turning the power off in that area, I grabbed onto it to stick it back in, but I grabbed the wires and stuff too. And it felt like tingling shot all the way up my arm. It was the strangest feeling. It was strange how it felt. I was dumb for that. That was some dumb shit. Why are you gonna grab an outlet hanging outside the wall without turning off the power at least? That was just dumb. I'll admit when I do dumb shit. Light pink, I get it. Shoot. Sometimes you just be hungry. I do not fix cars myself. I have done some things myself to that car. It's a 1977 Ford Pinto. I have a friend who's a mechanic. Right now, I am not working on that car. It's kind of hard to find parts and stuff sometimes, and it's kind of it can get expensive, to do stuff like that. But I want to flip it. I might just sell it as is. I haven't really decided yet, so it's just kind of sitting in my garage right now. I will not be filming it. Why is my right ear just locked up and it's ringing? I hate when that happens. That's so strange. There's a spirit in this house. That's why my ear is ringing like Foodie and Natter. It's the spirit of foolishness. Um, I'm kidding. Um, no, but I won't be filming it. I can film the car. I can show you the car. I won't be filming like the restoration or anything. Nah. Because I'm doing it so piece by piece. Okay, spirit of Natter up in here making my ear ring. Make me sick. Mm-mm. Warm. I'm so glad I behaved myself tonight because I was drinking and that I didn't say anything inappropriate. I'm so proud of myself because I can, as you heard if you listen to my story, I can. Sometimes I say things that are inappropriate. My filter drops. Things that are against TOS. What's today? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. Okay. Debbie. Um, AJ, no. I like the total opposite for a man. I don't like a man to be submissive. Mm-mm. It's like a total different vibe. And when I say submissive, I don't necessarily mean like, in the BDSM sense, like a relationship dynamic like that. Hmm. Some people don't know though. You got to be clarifying for people because some people take things out of context. Tom Tom. Oh, there goes my cat. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my. I knew I heard him. Let me get my outdoor kitty, please. Give me 1 second, please. Cool girl. He's just gonna do a quick cameo, and I'm gonna take him in the garage. This is my outdoor baby. And the light is too bright because he just came from outside and it's dark out there. Yeah, light too bright. Okay, we're gonna take him in the garage. That's Tom Tom. Light is too bright. It's dark out here.
Garage door. Garage door.
I'm coming. put this lemonade back in the refrigerator because it's got a little. So that was my outdoor cat. Overnight, I put him in the garage. And let me actually, this is bright. Turn it down just a little bit. Good night, Debbie. Thank you for coming in. Okay, Light Pink, thank you for stopping by. AJ, that happens. Like when the sunshine shines at certain times of year towards my front door in the morning, it'll set off the door alarm. It'll just play the little tone, not the alarm. And I'll think someone is there. But it's really just the sun shining directly into the doorbell camera.
Your home is now on state.
Everybody's going to sleep. It is time to, I think, go. Since everybody's going to sleep, I'm going to take this moment and go to sleep as well. Good night, Slush Puppy, Debbie, Light Pink Mommy, AJ. I know, AJ, you still here, but I'm going to call it not a night, but I'm going to get off live because I need to rest and just have some quiet time. I really appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, and it'll go off, AJ. It'll just keep going off. Well, you can turn that feature off, but I don't like to for safety purposes. But I really appreciate y'all stopping by and listening to my little story and stuff and just hanging out with me tonight. And I'm going to try to do another live very soon. I'm not sure what story time I'm going to tell next. Or if I'm going to do a story time, maybe I'll do a game or something. I don't know. But maybe just hang out, whatever, or go somewhere. But I'll be back soon. And I want to do a reaction to Chantal's fashion show. So that might be my next video. So thank y'all so much for watching. Vice Squad. Thank you to the Vice Squad for checking in. And I will see y'all next time. If you want to get in contact with me, I will put my Twitter in the description bar if I can remember. And I'm going to put the link to my friend's music in the description bar, and I will remember that. And I'm going to check my email, AJ, because I'm sure you've written me back. And until next time, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Good night.